this is Angie at Stampin' with Amore, and this is Technique Tuesday, and this is the card that I am sharing with you. I love how this card turned out. It was in my head, but it turned out so much prettier than I thought it really would. And I just love the techniques on this. First, I am using the Dynamic Impressions embossing folder, and this is the tufted one. And then I'm doing some scoring technique on here as well. I'll see if you can see it around the sentiment, the scoring. It's really pretty and it makes it a lot more elegant looking. And then we are going to use some dazzling diamonds for the trees. But this card, it turned out really pretty, and I really am happy with it, and I hope you like it as well. So let's get started with this. So you're going to need a basic 5.5 by 4 1/4 cherry cobbler card base. You are going to need some scrap for the trees to stamp the trees, and then this piece is 1/2 by 4 1/4, and this is for our sentiment. Alright, the stamp sets that I'm using is the Rooted in Nature. I'm using these 3 trees here. This is an awesome set. It is a 2 stamp set, and it has some great sentiments. You can use it for fall, for winter, for Christmas, for any occasion. It's absolutely gorgeous. It'll make great masculine cards. And then I'm also using the framelits to cut out the tree. And then for the sentiment, I am using the new Distinctive Wishing You Well stamp set. That is on page 35 here of our holiday catalog. And these, when you stamp them, are 3D looking. They are absolutely gorgeous. You'll probably see a card coming from this because I love it so much. It's really beautiful. I've been playing with it a lot, and it's so pretty. And so this is the stamp set that I'm using for the sentiment, and I'm using the Season's Greetings. And I love the writing on this, the cursive writing. That's why I'm using this one. Okay, I think that is everything. The embossing folder is this one right here, the Tufted Dynamic Textured Impressions embossing folder. It is a mouthful, but it is a gorgeous embossing folder. They do recommend when you emboss with this to spritz it first. I'm not going to do that this time. It's beautiful just sending it through as it is, so you don't really have to spritz it. If you want a really deep one, I recommend spritzing it also. Alright, so first thing we're going to do is we are going to emboss the front of this card. So I'm bringing the big shot up here, and I'm just using my regular platform because when you use these dynamic folders, you only need 1 plate, and you can't use your magnetic for this. So this is, let's see, this is the front, so I'm going to, and when you're embossing, make sure the Stampin' Up is on the front because that is the way the tufting will come out. So I'm going to line that up. I want to make sure I got it right to the edge there. So you're going to put that down in 1 plate, and then we're going to just run it through. Alright, so that is our embossing right there. Look how pretty it is. Isn't that pretty? Alright, so then the next thing that we are going to do is we are going to bring the Simply Scored up here. And you really need the Simply Scored. You can do it with your other one, but this is so much easier. So you are going to turn it sideways like this. I'm using the smaller one. If you want a bigger, deeper impression, you can use the larger stylus, but I really like the way the small one looks. So on this one, you are going to score it just to the edge here where your fold is. You are going to score it at the 2. And then you're going to score it at 2 1/4. And you want to do it on the back side. You don't want to do it on the front, and I'll show you why. Then 2 1/2. And then you're going to do it at 3, 3 1/4, and 3.5. And be really neat when you do it, because unless you want to cover this side, it's not necessary because it really looks pretty on both sides. But you can see here, look at how the effect it gives to this. Isn't that pretty? I think it's so pretty. So we are going to stamp the sentiment, and then we're going to put that on. So I'm going to use the shaded spruce. I'm loving the shaded spruce with the cherry cobbler. It is my new favorite Christmas colors. I've always liked cherry cobbler, but I got to make sure this is really hard to see which way it is going. I think this is the right way. If not, we're going to have to use the other side. It's really hard to see. It's cursive, so try to get it right in the middle. Yay, we got it right. Look how pretty it is. Isn't that really pretty, the way that it is written? I love that. Okay, and we're going to go ahead and we're going to put some, I'm going to use the fast fuse. You can use your tear and tape for this. You want it to stay on really well, because it's going to be right in between these score marks. So it's going right in the center of those score marks that you just created. And if it hangs over at all, you can just cut that little piece off. So that's our sentiment right there. And now let's go ahead and stamp our trees, and then we'll bring the big shot up here again and we will cut them out. So this is a single one here. And then the other ones are attached, but you can cut these apart really easily. And they're super pretty. Shaded spruce is perfect for these too. Okay, so these are our framelits that we're going to use. So let's grab the big shot. And this time I'm going to bring up the magnetic platform for these. And then we're going to use one plate. I did buy new plates, by the way. I just haven't brought them out yet. And we're going to do this one and this one. I'm going to make sure I got those lined up just right. I think that's good right there. And then we're going to just send it through. I have really been challenging myself with cards lately, and I'm really enjoying it. Trying to do, that's why I wanted to do techniques for you, so that I can learn some myself and share them, the ones that I know. Okay, so I'm going to use my little scissors here, and like I said, we're going to just cut these apart. Just like that. If you have a little edge, just cut that off. And then we are going to go ahead and bring up, I'm just using a regular glue stick. Actually, what we're going to do, let's attach it first, because it worked better when I attached them first. So we're going to use some glue dots, not glue dots, some dimensionals, and we're going to put the big tree, we're going to put 2 on it. And we are going to put that one on the right side. And then we're going to glue down one of them. Just use some snail. Put that one there, and then we're going to put dimensional on the other one. And this pops it up and it gives it dimension that way too. Alright, so it looks really plain right now, but we are going to take a glue stick, and I'm going to cover these trees with the glue stick. And then we are going to bring in our dazzling diamonds. This is the best glitter. It's super fine and it's absolutely beautiful. We do carry that. It does get everywhere because it's so fine, but it is so worth it. So you can see a good way, I'm going to give you a hint, I didn't bring one up here, but if you have a dryer sheet, you can clean this off super fast with a dryer sheet. It clings right to the dryer sheet and just rub it across there. Alright, so our trees are now, look like they have snow on them because they have the dazzling diamonds. And I'm going to use the Stampin' Up! Chalk marker. I'm not even sure if we carry these anymore, but if you have a Uniball white pen, it will work the same way. And I am just going to go over these dotted areas where the tufting is, and it almost looks like it's snowing coming down. So pretty. And so we're going to just go over these little dots, each one. We're going to do the bottom too. We're going to skip that center part and we're just going to do the bottom here. If we do this chalk marker is really nice. And it goes on really smoothly, but I think the white Uniball would also work just as well. Alright, so that is it. Our card is finished. So pretty. Look at it. I'm really love how it turned out. And here's the other one. Of course, if you want to write a sentiment, put your piece inside. And did I tell you the piece inside is 4 1/4 by 5, 5 1/4 by 4. And then, you know, if you want to stamp it, you can stamp it also. Alright everyone, that is it. I hope you enjoyed it. I really like this one. Of course, it's my favorite colors, and I love this new embossing folder. It's super pretty. So if you need any supplies, this is my hostess code this month. If you use the hostess code, I'll put you in a drawing for hostess dollars. At the end of the month, I draw a name and I give hostess dollars, so it's free money to spend. So anyway, that is it. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications each time I upload a new video. If you need to go shopping, you can go to my blog. It's stampingwithamore.com. Have a blessed day, everyone, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.